What is up, YouTube? This is your girl Killer Rose. My hair is a mess, but anyways, what I'm trying to say is that right now, oh shoot, that's crazy. But okay, so I kind of figured out what I wanted to do with this channel, and apparently I heard some guy. He only has like 100,000 like subscribers, but he has 2 million like videos uploaded here on YouTube, and that's insane. I really want to see if I can do that. That would be so cool. And I'm here just thinking it would be a good way for me to compete in a way, and trying my best to get up to that ladder, because I mean, 2 million videos uploaded, you have a lot more time than I do, and I respect your grind, and I really want to take up on the challenge to do more than 2 million. And it's not just for me to be all, overly ambitious. Well, it kind of is in a way, but I feel like if I plan to do that, I think I'll be able to plan to succeed. And in a way, I just thought it was pretty cool that this person is able to just do 2 million videos here on YouTube. It's insane. You should definitely look it up on Google. That's what I did. I literally had this idea of like, oh my god. I mean, I know there's like milestones that a lot of people took here on YouTube, and it's basically like who has the most liked video here on YouTube, the most subscribers, the most views here on YouTube, and I mean, there's just, or who had the first million subscribers, that type of idea. And I just felt that it was so amazing to see who was able to take someone's place during that time. And like it was insane to go through the beginning of the YouTube era, because that's what I'm a part of. As a kid, I was a part of the beginning on YouTube, and the way that it, like not totally where it started, but when I was around people, it was just a thing that, it's a new thing that a lot of people like, and I still like it, even so. And so it's like the most amazing thing that I can actually say that what I've seen, and what kind of videos that I've seen when I was a kid, which is so amazing for me. And sorry, it's just I just also want to share this. This is a coin purse. Maybe you guys, the guys, the men, maybe don't want to have this, but it's important for you to save. So for me, I just wanted to show you my coin purse that I got from Amazon. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty easy to use. I mean, I get it, the wallet is pretty nice, but sometimes the wallets do have card holders. So if you, for some reason, I'm like, I'm done using my card, because whenever I use a card or my phone just to get something, I end up to overspending what I have. And so I created a system where I'm able to save enough for myself, just in case I get into a jam. Let's say I'm down under $100, right? And let's keep an example, like if I have like 58, or at least like 25 in the in the account, right? And so you end up having extra cash on you, or or something for you to transfer in, or to use this as a way to spend your money. And that way you don't have to go into your bank account. You already withdrew the money or whatever, and you're good. I mean, it's basically what I'm trying to say is that it's better holding stuff in cash than card, because it's a piece of plastic. As soon as you have the money with your hands, you would think twice of what you're gonna spend. And so that's just my opinion. I just wanted to share the things that I thought it was pretty cool. And another way to save is to basically have a system for yourself, so that way you know exactly how much you want to save and how much willing you are going to save. And I wrote it down right here in this notepad, and of course you can't see it, so I'm gonna read it to you, and if you can, that's good. I know my handwriting is horrible, but hear me out. You just as soon as you get $180, times that by 3, you get $540. 240 times 4, where you can get at least $960. So let's say you get paid weekly, you'll be able to reach your goal in a matter of time. And let's say you want to go faster than what you originally would want to go, would be like 280 times 4, which is $1,120. If you just feel like you're in a rough start, let's say if you don't make enough money, you could definitely go by $40 times 25. So every time you get paid, you basically get $40 each, and you put it in an envelope or something you could store it in, that's safe, safe in your possession. And so you'll get $1,000 by the time you save $40. 25 times you will save that amount. The same thing with let's say if you want to go at least more, you want 20 more, 20 times 2. So let's say if you want $80, and it'll be less the times that you're gonna get. So I times that by 80 times 13, so you're gonna get $80 like 13 times, and it's gonna equal amount to $1,040. Let's say you take the 40 away. I do think I just wrote it down. I did the math, and so 1,000. So just wrote it down. But anyways, I'll probably get back to it. I just thought it would be nice if you could just take the 40 and just put it in the other envelope, and then do that same process all over again. And you could choose either one. So the $40 amount, would times by 25, and you'll get $1,000. And it's just one of those things that I thought it was helpful. You could definitely look like the envelopes or one of those saving challenge on YouTube, and also on Amazon, and you definitely can save some money. That's just my opinion. Of course, not everyone has the same life, and everyone, has a different life. They have kids. Either you have a family, without kids, or it doesn't matter. Everyone is different. For me, it's by doing this by every single baby step. So as long as you save by using cash, that's all you need, is a cash that's inside of your hand. Because like I said, go to a grocery store, get out the money that you usually buy with, and you will see how much stuff you will put back because of how much you think you're wasting. The same thing with movies. If you pay stuff with by hand, of course they do it electronically because you pick your seats. But imagine if you already pick out your seats, like let's say if it's like 20 between like $60 and up. Let's say you go into the theater of your choosing and you have the same amount of cash. You expect you're gonna spend this, right? I'm thinking about at least about $40 more. So you're gonna probably at least get like 100, just in case, right? So you're gonna think like, well, if I get a family meal, like a family thing, it will cost me less, like it will still feed like the family thing. And you tend to think more on what you spend, how much you spend, and the behavior that you're thinking about. You won't know how much $200 is unless you hold it into your hand. And trust me, I felt so degraded when I found out how much I spent in a year and haven't saved jack. And so I'm trying to to basically be aware of my spending, and to definitely give people an output or an input. Basically I'm trying to give you my advice and what works for me. It may not work for you. Maybe you have something, but it's always good to find out like how much you're willing to save and how much you're willing to pay off, either if it's debt, bills, or anything like that. And so it's just my opinion. You could take it as it is. You don't have to follow it, but that's just my type of thing that I love to personally do, is to save stuff with cash, and knowing how much I have and how much I'm either willing to transfer to my account or just spend it. And trust me, it takes amount of effort to spend the cash that you got. Sometimes you just want to hold on to it for some reason. In an aspect, imagine you playing like either Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption 2. You're either gonna have a lot of money, or you feel like the work that you're doing pretty much gives you at least $2 worth of your time. And so that's why you gotta think, I'm doing the extra amount of work and I get home tired and feeling groggy and feeling so irritated, and I haven't saved a dang thing, and I've been wasting my time. And to give you a perspective, I'm gonna share the things that I want on YouTube, so that way people can be more aware of their spending as well, and showing them the light of my spending habits and what I did. And it takes a whole lot of effort and a change of behavior to know and notice your spending habits, and you're more aware of your destruction and how much you can spend without giving any thought. If you know the amount of money that you save a year, you're gonna know a whole lot by the time you save within a week. There's this one sad story. 3 people liked my comment. I wasn't expecting that, but it was about this lady who was like 71 years old and didn't have money for herself for retirement. Not like nothing at all. I'm talking about literally nothing. She only had a house worth $100,000. I'm not sure. I can't really pinpoint the top of my head, but it was at least, you know, around that much. And she had nothing in her account, not a penny saved to basically pay all of her bills and her expenses. And to live off $900 a month, it's not a pretty picture. Like, I can definitely live off $200 a week. That's all I need. I need 200 and I'll be good. I'm not a huge spender, but I definitely can say that you need to definitely track your trails and see how much money that you can save within a week, because being 71 years old and then you're gonna work until like 92, you know, or 91 years old, that's really sad. It's more scary than sad though. For me, I felt so like shaken by this story. Like, oh my god, it's insane. Like, to know that you're gonna at least work for at least like 20 years or 21 years of your lifetime, as soon as you grow older during that time. Not even older, but more tired and more weak than what you usually felt during that time. And this lady needs to find her way of teaching people. And I feel like she needs to, you know, she has knowledge between like, I don't know, I think it was caregiving or something. She's in the medical field at one point in her life, and I feel like if she would definitely like take like, you know, lessons on teaching, you know, she could definitely make a lot of money. And especially here on YouTube, I think she could definitely make a lot of, you know, side hustles in a way, especially knowing how you know, what the things that she knows. And so I just feel like that was like so crazy, beyond, you know, beyond my imagination, is to know that you have at least like 20 years left to work until you die, you know. And really it comes to a point where you don't even know if you're gonna live through that time. And so that like definitely gave me a wake-up call as to move up and definitely work on yourself. And I don't know, I just, you know, I've seen a lot of stories and I just like, okay, there's a wake-up call. You need to get your act together. And it was definitely sad, you guys. And I know I'm taking so long to make this video, but I just want to say that that's just my opinion. Definitely take the time to budget. And even though it sounds weird, it sounds stupid, you know, budgeting, you know, is not my thing, but trust me, it does help. It does show you the math and where your money is going too. Because if you don't know where your money is going, how are you gonna govern your own life? Imagine like, you know, the United States, right? And how, you know, like how much debt have they put us in debt to? We never did, you know, we never really agreed upon anything. They decided just to take whatever their money that they wanted and just to print it off like if it's free money. It's not free money. And that's how people think, is that they think that they're rich because they got, you know, like positive debt. No, debt is not positive, it's negative, you know. For me, I don't do line of credit because I hate paying, you know, payments. For me, that's so absurd. If I do have the cash in hand, why can't I just pay in full and have that and consider it as my own, you know? For me, I don't feel like I need the need to have a credit, you know, card or something, you know, just for me to look flashy. Like, listen, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna be my friend just the way that you look at me now. I don't really care about flashy things, and I honestly feel like I don't need to show my self-worth to people that that preferably want to see flashy things, you know? It seems like people are more prone to sacrifice their wealth and their well-being just to look a certain way. I don't like that. For me, I would prefer somebody like for who I am and who I want to be, which is being a positive person, and to tell you that you can make it and that you can do the work that you're gonna do, you know? I just, you know, for me, I want to be that positive person that can tell a person that yes, the feeling that you're feeling now, a lot of people can feel it too, including me. And maybe you have, you know, maybe you have worse thoughts, maybe worse feelings, but there's going to be someone out there that's going to say that I feel it too, you know, too, and you're not alone in this matter. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to, you know, get it out there, and I'm going to try and make 2 million videos. Probably even more, who knows. I'm not, maybe I'm just kidding, but it would be cool if I could just push myself out here, guys. So we'll see. It feels like a lot of work, but you know, definitely chase your dreams, no matter how crazy it is and how, you know, how insane it might be. You just never know what the progress will become. And yeah, I guess the light is telling me that I had to go now. So all right, guys, bye.